happen a little too long sometimes.
Yeah.
We can't keep fucking waiting.
Somebody's already
There we
died
go.
from these.
I know. I'm aware.
There we
I don't think we can afford to wait anymore.
I should have found that portal myself. I should have gone down there as soon as I read about it.
Oh,
Gotcha, that's
God.
too dangerous.
gotcha.
One person on their own is not a good idea. Two people with wings, maybe.
Gotcha. Question for you. Considering you know about this shit. Like,
What?
how does somebody even survive visiting hell?
You don't.
Not usually.
Alright. As you're flying down, you see the other, enforcers behind you just flying past. James.
Yeah.
You find yourself looking out the window as your coworkers are bickering about different things, and just wondering where you're going, where you should do next, just what this means. You're thinking about what Delana said, and
But then where's the dream?
then you see something.
Oh.
Do we see the lucky lady?
Do I see some red hair?
James, you look outside your window, and you see someone you recognize. Someone you thought you'd never see again.
Oh.
Walking in the opposite direction. Right outside your car. You know exactly who it is. The person who started all of this. The person who will end all of this. The person you've been searching for years. Right there. Outside your car. The world is in slow motion as you see their face.
Wait, James doesn't have a car. We all went to the stream machine.
No, you can see out the window just
Okay.
as you see their face. And you watch. What do you do?
I see him?
Yeah.
It's the guy that killed me, right? You're saying that?
I find your lack of answer disturbing.
Yeah, because I don't want to. Because I have to think about what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to react by.
I'll say that's what you believe.
Fuck. I don't know what I'm going
You're
to
in a
do.
car, and you watch in slow motion the senior enforcer's actually ahead of you. He's getting farther and farther away as you.
What the fuck are you doing, James?
Sound like a guy that. Remember that dreams? We're following
He's
your
walking
dreams,
away.
we're following
He's
mine.
walking away.
I gotta do something. Come with me if you want to.
What? We had.
What?
What the
I'm
fuck?
going
He's
in.
walking away. You okay? Here's the thing. You need to do something very drastic right now because the car's going full speed,
Alright.
and they won't be able to stop in time.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him in the foot. I don't know
You're
what
in
I'm
a
gonna
car.
do. I don't know what I can do. Oh wait, I
Stick
can
your
shoot.
head. You're a ghost. You
You
can
can
stick
do-
your
You
head
can-
out the fucking car.
Yeah, you can
just jump out the
ditch
car.
us.
Okay, so let's redo that. Where I'm just gonna say, guys, wait up for me.
What?
We kinda can't.
Before you hear any of that, you see James out of the car, and James, you see a sea of people, but you see that person. You see the one that started all this. You fucking know that that's that person, and you find yourself running.
Yeah.
You run, you chase, and for once, you see them getting closer. For once, you see yourself catching up. For once, there's a chance. The world is in slow motion as you pushes past these different people, and finally, not its feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, inches, and your hand goes across their shoulder, and you turn them around. Give me a second here. Give me just a second here.
Meanwhile, in the car, you are just hearing the most ungodly amount of screaming and swearing in Russian from this woman.
But you don't see a face. Actually, you don't see anything that makes sense. You just see black. Black tar. A collection of scribbles instead of a face and one red eye. And then the world
So-
freezes. And you feel the ground fall from under you. You watch the world fade into nothingness surrounded by a sea of black. Nothing. Nothing but a light. You are floating down, farther and farther away from the world you know.
Oh god.
Farther and farther. Until... Voices. So many voices. Flashing of color so blinding. Wait, I need to actually... Give me a second here. Flashes of... Let me see here. Flashes of color blinding your vision, racking your mind. A woman. A man. I can't keep doing this. But, honey, I'm leaving. This is your fault. You see the blurry image of a man stand up. No. No, I'm not going to. You watch the woman slap the man across the face. You stay away from me. You damn drunk. I'm not going to take it anymore. Not after this. Never after this. You watch the woman leave. And the blurry image of a man that remains scream. Your sight changes. Like a water droplet falling against a stream, and you're not in a kitchen, but in an alley.
Not again.
The alley you know well.
This time.
But you see a dead man on the pavement, bleeding out in the ground, the cold air going past your ears. You see yourself dead.
Bastard.
Blood pooled around your fresh corpse. The image shifts again, and you see a man holding a rifle. You watch as he picks it up and looks through the scope. A street across from the house. Actually, that same number house you were given.
What number?
You
Wait,
watch,
I need...
You watch as he puts the scope onto the ground, and through his crosshairs, you see as rats erupt from the ground and skitter towards the home.
Getting
And the
rat
man
bullets?
does nothing. Nothing. Until... Hey, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I mean, we're in the car driving, so
Did
You saw him
Katja
escape.
stop?
You saw me
You're just
just...
hearing Katja lose her fucking
You better
shit.
fucking turn around, because I'm gonna get dead again.
Okay.
He did
Yeah,
say
what do you
wait
do?
up.
You'll just hear Katja just hits her badge, and all of the enforcers just ungodly amounts of screaming. And all you hear is, James fucking Grimm, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you. Again.
Alright, what do you do?
Sounds like her badge being thrown across the van.
Katja, don't hit me with the goddamn
What do you guys do?
badge.
I have to fucking go after him.
You screech the car to halt?
Yep.
You screech the car to halt, and I assume all of you jump out.
Someone has to deal with the situation in the...
That's what they're for.
The senior enforcers. They're heading over there.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Tommy's making his way through the crowd.
Yeah, at this point-
fucking fast.
Like a fish in
You actually,
water.
you actually see the crowd part, and they're kind of mumbling and staring at something. And then you look at the ground, and you see James in his ghost form. His eyes are just a blazing blue, and you see him shaking.
James.
Tommy takes his gun out and shoots Evelyn into the air to disperse the cloud.
Roll manipulate someone.
You mean tough?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Fuck.
Because there's a ghost on the ground.
9, 11.
They see a gangster with a gun, boom,
Boom,
they gone.
boom, 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 boom.
we're
All
gonna
of
need
them
more
scattered into
praetors.
places.
They
What,
ain't
Jasper?
gonna give it
Says
shit.
we're gonna need praetors.
Terrors.
Free terrors.
Praetors, yeah.
Praetors.
Say
Okay.
prayers.
Alright,
Prayers for praetors.
what do you all do? You see James on the ground.
Katja's going to kneel down and kind of grab him, or try, not really grab him, but just kind of try and get his attention. All of that.
Something you need to know is that my ghost form does look younger. I don't think that it's been stated enough. It looks
All
like...
of. Yeah, kind of all of that angry energy is kind of fading, because right now she just sees one of my friends is down.
Yeah.
Fuck, James.
Jasper, are you doing anything?
Let's go mind probing.
Or just
You-
clear
yeah.
the crowd, dude.
On probing time.
Are you going into James' mind or just in general?
He'll go into James' mind and try and snap him out of it.
You hear just. Actually, you see the same memories that he is. And
Do I start convulsing?
you actually your eyes go green, and it's almost hard for you to see at all as long as you're connected to him. Your hands immediately go to your temples, and it's almost like someone stabbing needles into your head.
Do I see James, like... Do I see James in the visions? Like the real James?
No.
I'll scream his name in there.
Gotcha.
Oh, you just see. Oh, forgive me, go.
James, right as you see that crosshair and the man doing nothing as he sees the rats, you feel a smack from a very angry Russian woman across your face.
What part?
Jasper, you stop convulsing.
Okay.
What part of Don't Abandon your team do you not understand?
James? That was him.
That was the guy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The guy that killed.
What did he look like?
You remember? I don't remember.
Looking at James now, though, Jasper?
Yep.
You can feel magic. Before, you never felt any kind of magic in James other than basic, but there's something different there now. Something more.
Gonna use the sight on him.
Squinty squint.
James Grimm has been awakened.
What? He was an
I'm sorry,
elect.
what?
He was an
I
elect.
was an elect. I was a dormant.
James, you're a lich.
Well,
What the fuck?
And I think we can end it there.
I
hold
don't
on.
know what was
There was
funny.
a scene
James,
that
James going, what the fuck, or just me going,
okay, wasn't there a
Okay.
scene that James wanted to do with just Katja?
Yeah, but you can be there for this too if you want to record it or not. So
Well, is this? I'm assuming this happened before the fact.
this happens
Yes.
before this.
Sure.
Okay,
And
I
then we
might-
can. What?
Oh, I was actually... If we're done here, well, besides the scene, I need to eat something.
Oh,
yeah,
please
go
don't.
get food. You
Yeah.
don't have to be here for this if you don't want
Yeah,
to.
I'm
yeah.
gonna stay
Uh,
here and record it. I can eat
What
later.
kind of section? What kind of music do you need for this?
This is just kind of being a conversation. This actually
Biggie's
has
Place.
to do with
Biggie's Place. Bigby's Place is always a good one.
Okay, Big B's
Yeah.
place then. This
Okay,
is
see
the
you
kind
guys.
of
Yep.
Now, here's something you need to know before we do the scene. I did research on private investigators and what they actually do. And something that James is going to tell you. James, this is before this happened, but maybe, after the kids got here, whatever. I don't know whenever this happens, but it happens. Where James, I gotcha.
It is.
You know what Evelyn reminds me of? Well, reminds me of when I used to do when I did a few jobs for, CPS.
I see.
Because that's got abuse written all over it. Not physical. If not physical, then emotional and mental.
I could have seen it. Something about that weak familiarity, but nothing I can lay my own finger on.
I I saw a lot of houses that were messed up like that, or ones where it's like, oh, they look fine on the outside, but well, inside it's all fucked up.
Like I said, something about it feels familiar, but I don't know what.
Yeah,
I don't remember much of my past.
I worry about those kids.
I protect them as best I
Legitimate.
can. If Slicer and I made a promise one day, if something happened to them, then well, I would look after them, raise them as my own.
Of course, the big worry I have is that, well, I'm pretty darn sure Slicer doesn't know this shit's happening.
I don't think so either.
Because from what I hear of him, if he found out this shit would happen, Evelyn wouldn't be alive.
Oh no, not at all. And I live for that day.
I think we should do something.
As much as I want to do something, James, I don't think we can. I don't know if we can. All we can do is protect them the best they can while they're here. And I'll be damned if anything happens to them while I'm around.
Honestly, there wasn't much planned for the scene. It was mostly just bringing that up because that was a
That's
concern I had as a player.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So, let's officially end this session then.
Yeah.
We Gucci to stop recording?
Yeah.
Me.
Gucci. Not Gucci. Gucci.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
Okay. So I think it's fair to say this was a good